And a good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Match number 2 of our Twilight doubleheader features the visiting Tornadoes from Talladega College, taking on your Georgia Southwestern State University Hurricanes.
Yeah, that's right.
At this time, let's introduce you to the starting 11 for both schools here this evening. First, for the visiting Tornadoes from Talladega, number 10, Samson Metellus. Number 1, Michael Reyes. Number 13, Everson Jean. Number 2, Tyreek Nikio Moore. Number 3, Victor Nicastro Polemi. Number 20, Mateus Luviero Tavares. Number 19, O'Neal Fernando Edward. Number 7, Calixte Velus. Number 99, Mathilde Francois. Number 22, Jal Augustin. And number 8, Mateus Severino. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starters for your GSW Hurricanes. 5'7" senior from Sao Paulo, Brazil, number 10, Thiago Elias. 6' junior from Tucker, Georgia, number 14, Julian Rugel. 6'2" freshman from Biella, Italy, number 1, Francesco Bazzano. 5'9" junior from Weston, Florida, number 2, J.P. Merlet. A 5'10" senior from Fayetteville, Georgia, number 5, Nick Bodka. A 5'11" sophomore from El Paso, Texas, that's number 6, Zay Harris. 5'11" senior from Jessup, Georgia, number 8, Shane Madre. 6'2" junior from Thomaston, Georgia, number 9, Dylan Marshall. A 5'11" senior from Salvador, Brazil, number 11, Mateus Alves. 6'2" junior from Columbus, Georgia, number 16, Manuel Duran. And a 5'8" senior from Tyrone, Georgia, number 20, Chris Avery. Head coach of the Canes in his 12th season is Warren Russ. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm round of applause for our youngsters who have joined the fellas on the field this evening. It's youth soccer night. And with that, we'll let the guys huddle up, get ready, and it's time for kickoff.
And a good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live in Americus, Georgia. Men's soccer non-conference action. The visiting Tornadoes from Talladega College taking on your Georgia Southwestern State University Hurricanes. Glad you could join us tonight under the lights here in Americus. It was real warm earlier, and now things are starting to finally cool off a little bit. But for those that were in attendance for the women's game, which was played right before this one, folks in attendance had a chance to slip and slide and head down the big old water slide. Two of them, as a matter of fact. We also had some folks in the dunk tank. So what a way to cool off, but take a plunge on one of the water slides. Second year we've done this and have a great crowd. It's also youth soccer night. We had a few youngsters on the field earlier that took part in the introductions, and they're here. I don't think we got quite as many as we wanted to make their way to the introduction section because, well, they're enjoying the water slides, and Mom and Dad couldn't pull them aside and get them to come on down to the field. But that's good. They're having fun. They're enjoying it, and now we're going to have a little bit of fun as we're just underway here from Hurricane Field. As you take a look at the two teams in action today, very similar, at least on the record side of things. Georgia Southwestern is 2-2-1 overall, and Talladega is 2-1. Well, we got a new face and a new voice on the broadcast tonight. Let me give you a chance for her to introduce herself to the audience here, making her debut on the Surge Sports Network. Take it away.
Hi, guys. I am Jonna Robertson, a senior health and PE major here at GSW. I'll be graduating in May, so woot woot. And that's a little bit about myself. I think you'll learn more as we continue.
Awesome. So we'll bring a little insight. We'll see how we work together here in our maiden voyage. Should be an interesting game. These two teams did cross over a little bit as far as some common opponents. Both have a victory against Pensacola Christian. Both, I want to say both had 5 goals against the Eagles. GSW a 5-3 winner. I believe Talladega won 5-2. Talladega also defeated Middle Georgia State University, which just came into town and eked out a 2-1 win on Wednesday against the Hurricanes. As we get a little bit of a break in the action, we'll wait. We'll find the right moment, but we've got for those of you following along, we've got a little stat comparison, but we're not quite there yet. We'll key it up when there's a little break, and you can take a look at just how these two teams will square up, at least on some of the major stat categories coming into action tonight.
That's Talladega ball.
Talladega, a member of the NAIA. Hurricanes with a couple of NAIA programs that they faced against so far this season, including Weber International, as well as Warner University, and then, of course, Middle Georgia, also an NAIA school. So the crossover there, Georgia Southwestern, for those of you not familiar, a NCAA Division II member since the 2006-07 school year. So about a decade now and plus that the Hurricanes have been playing at the Division II NCAA ranks.
Talladega has possession right now.
You can kind of throw out those affiliations, though, when the teams meet. Good talent at this level across both sides. Plenty of NAIA schools that could come in and whoop up on the Division II schools, and likewise sometimes success the other way around. So we'll see how this one goes. If you are tuning in, and Georgia Southwestern in their white Adidas kits today, Hurricanes with white. They got the collegiate navy shorts on from Adidas and the white socks with blue trim. Talladega then, of course, donning the black unis from head to toe.
Talladega still has the ball. Trying to see if we can get a...
So I'm sure they're a little bit grateful to have the night match when the dark uniforms on here in Southwest Georgia. Head coach of the visiting Tornadoes is Jean-Claude Jean. In his first season, actually comes over from Concordia College. Concordia has to actually close its doors and no longer a school that's in existence, so that program does not exist anymore. Now he comes over to Talladega and looks to bring hopefully a little success in his first season at the helm for the Tornadoes. On the flip side, Warren Russ, product of UCF, is in his 12th season,
Looking for a way to strike.
leading the Hurricanes. Well, I think one of the keys here in the early going is just to kind of no mental mistakes and no letdowns from the Hurricanes. Middle Georgia, who they played again on Wednesday, we lost 2-1. Middle Georgia scored a couple of goals within the first 16 minutes of the game. One in the 12th, one in the 16th.
Let's see if the Hurricanes can get it back where it needs to be.
Hurricanes in an early hole, they just could never recover. And so
Canes have possession.
we'll see how that goes tonight.
Talladega ball. Out on the Canes.
Yeah.
Okay. Talladega still trying to get something going here. Looks like they're about to attack. Oh, Hurricanes get it back. Here we go.
A little bit of a push down. They finally will get the whistle. Of course, the home crowd not appreciative of the call, but Alves definitely put some hands on the player from Talladega. Now they'll put the ball down and get it back in play.
Knights back with the ball. Still trying to get our first goal here with 37-27 left in the game. That's plenty on the first half. White boots it. Talladega gets it back. Talladega trying to get that first goal, not good.
Not good for the Hurricanes. Man down inside the 18, and that is going to lead to an early penalty kick for the Tornadoes. And they'll stop the clock now with just over 36 minutes to go. They'll check on the injured player, and a prime scoring opportunity for the Tornadoes to take an early lead in this one. Well, while he is down, I guess that is a quick chance to take a quick look for, I mentioned the stat comparison. We'll take a look at that while they're checking on the injured player. We kind of got like natural disasters here, as it's funny going back and forth. Not funny on the natural disaster side, but just the fact that we've got Hurricanes and Tornadoes. So let's take a look at the stat comparison between the two schools. Goals per game, obviously a little bit in favor of Talladega. They've been pretty good offensively, just over 3 goals a game, but they have allowed a little bit more on the Hurricanes defensively. Still got about a half a goal advantage over their opponents, which is approaching what the Hurricanes come into tonight's game with. Shots favor the Hurricanes, but the shot percentage a little bit higher for the Tornadoes, as you can see on your screen. GSW much more efficient putting the shots on goal, and with a big edge in the corner kicks category. Saves, both teams have given up just about as many as they've had to make coming into this one. So there's a look at your stats heading into tonight's action as we compare Talladega and GSW.
Looks like we got our first PK here going on. Talladega has a chance to get one on the board.
Well, Bazzano's got his work cut out for him. See if he can put away or get a hand or a mid or a boot on this PK attempt. Nope. He guesses left. Talladega goes right. 1-0 the score in favor of the visiting Tornadoes. That goal is going to be scored by number 8 for Talladega. Number 8 is Mateus Severino. Talladega goal scored by number 8 on the penalty kick, Mateus Severino.
Canes will try to come back, and let's see if we can do it here.
Severino is now going to tie his teammate, Isamnia Cohen. Isamnia Cohen has and I'm sorry for butchering that name if I got that wrong, but Severino now ties him with 3 goals to lead Talladega so far this season. So both of those guys have 3 goals apiece. That's 6 of the 11 goals Talladega has put between the pipes so far this season. So that penalty kick opens up a quick lead. And again, I mentioned earlier that was the kind of the downfall of the Hurricanes against Middle Georgia. 2 goals in the opening 16 minutes, and now they surrender one here less than 10 minutes into this one.
Talladega's got a free kick here. And it goes to the right side of the field. And out on the Canes. Talladega will get the ball back, see if they can get closer to the goal. Good defense being played by the Canes. And they get it back. Canes have possession. Let's see if we can attack here. Chris is up. And it'll be Talladega's ball here.
An eruption coming from the Talladega bench as they wanted the foul or more on that one.
Got a man down on the side over there.
And they'll stop the clock again. Good work, good work. 34:08 on the official game clock at this time, so we'll get everything squared away. 34:08, the clock has been stopped. Checking out another injured Talladega player.
The score is still 1-0 with 34:08 left in the game. Plenty of time for the Canes to come back. Plenty of time. In a whole second half, folks. Talladega will get possession back. Playing on the right side of the field now, trying to go up. Good defense by the Canes. Talladega still has it, trying to strike. And they'll switch the field.
Nice lead pass. Oh, thankfully he took a little extra time to get control of it.
Still has control. Nice kick there. See if anybody will. Okay. Hurricanes have it back. Out on Talladega. Canes have it. Talladega has possession back. And we're striking again. Canes goalie has it. Chris takes possession. Talladega's going up the field. Still going.
Oh, nice footwork. White jerseys everywhere, yet it's still 20 with the ball.
Nice footwork. Still has it.
Now there's a whistle. Ooh, they'll actually call the foul on 20.
It'll be white ball. They're still going.
Mateus Taveras whistled for the foul. Hurricanes quickly up the field.
And he'll take a shot, but the goalie saved it.
Shot from Marshall, a little pace on it. He was pretty far out. It never really got off the ground and kind of curled almost right into the keeper for the save.
Canes are trying to settle it back. Talladega has it. Passes it back. They're trying to get a good set here on the field.
Tornadoes looking to make their first substitution at the next opportunity. We'll wait for the whistle. Not yet.
Very aggressive game here going on. I like it. Canes get a free kick here. And he boots it up the field.
Next opportunity to check in will be when it'll be number 21, Renan Matthias Dinis, coming in for Talladega if they get the possession, but they got an attack here. Got to get around Bodka. Bodka, nice job to get it out of bounds, but it will lead over the end line, but will be a corner kick coming up for Talladega. Now is that check-in coming, and the first substitution of the evening. Checking in for Talladega is number 21, Renan Matthias Dennis.
Looks like we'll have a corner kick here for Talladega. We'll see how it goes. And it's saved by the Canes.
And Bizzano goes up and gets that one. It's kind of interesting if you look down the roster for Talladega. Pulling that off website. No hometowns listed, but you don't really have to go too far into it just to see the wealth of foreign participation. In fact, I don't see one. Nope, not one.
Not one.
Player counting U.S. as a hometown. We've got Mexico, Trinidad and Tobago, Brazil, Jamaica, several from Haiti, Jamaica, Haiti, Puerto Rico, Brazil, St. Lucia, some more Brazil, another St. Lucia, Honduras, Trinidad and Tobago, Brazil, Haiti. So obviously for head coach Jean-Claude Jean, he has a kind of a pipeline to those different areas and regions of the country to bring in some outside talent and put together one heck of a Talladega roster. Clock is going to be stopped here just under 29 and a half minutes.
Each team still has a good chance to go. The score is 1-0, but there's still plenty of time, guys. And Talladega takes possession as we start back. Canes defense boots back. Settle. Intense game here. Number 2 is down for Talladega.
And lots of whistles here in the early going, and a lot of players down, and we might get yet another stoppage of play due to an injury. Referee checking. No whistle yet. Clock continues to run. Oh, nope, they did stop it. I'm sorry. Just under 29 minutes.
He's up.
Finally, a nice, real cool breeze coming through the media tower here.
Up here. Feels nice up here. Canes have possession, trying to keep it, and they still have it.
Lots of speed on the outside for both schools on the race for that ball.
Will Cane defense have it back? Still Talladega's ball. Back to Cane's defense. And he boots it up the field. Talladega's defense will settle.
Bodka had a little bit of time. I don't think he realized the space. He had a little time to survey the field and actually tried to rip that lead pass, and Hurricanes lose possession quickly. Talladega style now with it still at near the midfield area.
They keep switching the field back and forth. I love to see the switch of the field. Hurricanes take it. Still trying to get that first goal here. He'll get back to Kane's defense. Will the goalie get it? Yes, he will. Trying to set the field up to get that one goal. Down the line. And looks like Jamie has it.
Up in the air. Keeper goes up, gets it. Ooh.
Keeper gets it. Good save.
You never know how it's going to go when the keeper goes up. He actually, if Marshall, perhaps if he would have waited, he tried to go up and headed away as well. If it could have waited for that one to drop, it actually comes out of the keeper's hands for a moment.
Yeah. Nice movement of the ball by Talladega here. And Kane's goalie will get it again. Let's see if we can make something shake here. Looks like he's looking for open space. And he'll get it.
If we get another stoppage of play, just for those of you that are joining us, we'll go ahead and introduce you to the Hurricanes starters one more time if you weren't there at the start of the match. But we'll wait until we get a little break in the action so as not to chew up what could be a huge. I'm sure we put the slide up just in time for a nice breakaway goal.
Talladega's trying to get up the field. Dropping it back to defense. Switching the field here. Talladega will take it up the field. Canes get it back.
Just a little louder. Oh, good feeding the ball. Race to the box. Bazzano.
And the goalie will get it. Good job by the Canes goalie there. That was nice. See if we can find open space one time. And we'll get it if the Canes can.
Ooh.
Oh.
Play on, play on.
Nice. Good give to the Canes from Talladega. Let's see if we can get a goal here. We're still going. And Talladega kicks it out. It'll be Canes' ball. Still got 24 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first half.
You might be able to hear the wind cutting through our microphones, perhaps. A couple of big gusts there. As, again, things have really nicely cooled down. Spins, turns, trying to get towards goal as Mateus. Shot. Deflected.
Still going. Still.
And falling.
Goalie has it.
And he'll fall on it. I don't think that one was going to get between the pipes as the goalie kind of had to dive outside of it to get it. But good job by Mateus. Good footwork to at least turn and get a look at that one.
Kane's still trying here. Oh, that was a hard hit. This game is such an aggressive game. Still playing here. Talladega has the possession. Still trying to set up something.
87 degrees and dropping here, and winds northeast winds 7 miles an hour. So I mentioned that things are starting to pick up a little bit. Might actually start to get a little chilly going down the water slides as it's our second annual water slide night. If you talked about it earlier, another foul whistled. Again, fans, don't forget, if you are a person that likes to have those stats in front of you, we have a live stats feed going on as well. You can find that link on our website, gswcanes.com. gswcanes.com. On a mobile device, there'll be a little calendar in the top right corner. Otherwise, scroll down to the scoreboard, click on it. You'll see live stats link, and you can open that up in another window in your browser, and you got the live stats there. You got our video on the Surge Sports Network tuned in, and follow along with your favorite Hurricanes player or tornado.
It'll be Talladega's ball. They're trying to get their second goal in the first half. Canes are still holding on strong with good defense. They switched the field. Talladega still has possession. They're getting closer to the goal. And good defense by the Canes. Looks like that'll be a corner kick for Talladega. See if the Talladega men can get a good goal here.
Nice header flicked away out of harm's way. Good job by the Hurricanes. They try to counter.
Canes have
Little give and go.
Going down line.
Madre trying to get it back to the middle. Not enough on it, and it gets kicked out. Now Madre on the defensive effort. Try to get the ball back deep in their end there, and he does a good job. Gets it back, gets the throw in for the Hurricanes. Quick throw. Here's Alves. Alves with the shot, and he just misses left. This will give us a good chance to throw up the starters real quick for you. The starting 11 for the Hurricanes, in case you missed it earlier. Bazzano in the goal again for GSW. On the defensive end and the backside, you've got Zay from top of your screen down. Zay Harris, Nick Bodka, Julian Rugel, JP Merlet. In the midfield, Shane Madre. I mentioned his name a moment ago. Manuel Duran, Thiago Elias, Chris Avery, and then up front for the Hurricanes, it's Dylan Marshall and Mateus Alves.
Canes have it going down the line. Let's see if Talladega gets it back. Going up the middle of the field, the Talladega men have it. Switching it to the right side.
Senior leadership on the Hurricane side and the starters today are Madre, Elias, Alves, and Rugel, along with Chris Avery. So a lot of senior leadership out there, a chance for the Hurricanes and for them to step up, make some plays here. Freshman-wise, on the other end of the spectrum, the goalkeeper Bazzano is a freshman. Francesco Bazzano, sorry about that. And we'll see a couple freshmen coming off the bench, but he's the only starter tonight in his freshman year, getting his collegiate career underway. Subs for both teams at the next possible opportunity coming in. Uh-oh, breakaway goal. There was some speed on the outside, last-minute effort.
That's some good defense by the Canes.
And that's Rugel that's able to play it off the charging tornado that was coming in and make the play. So a couple of Hurricanes coming in when we got 18 and 19.
Rafael Faria and Devin Moak.
Pair of Hurricane substitutions. Checking in, number 18, Rafael Faria. And number 19, Devin Moak.
Canes have as we settle near the middle of the field. Trying to get that first goal steal here, guys.
Faria, again, as you mentioned, a junior. Porto Alegre, Brazil. Hopefully I got that right. And then joining him, a little bit of an offensive spark plug. Moak is definitely a scorer and has the ability for the score. They'll get the foul. Hurricanes will set up.
Will it be a corner?
No, I think they got the foul before the ball got to the corner, so they'll put it down and have the free kick there. But Moak, he's in his sophomore year. He had some goals last season. They're going to stop the clock. And it looks like it's actually going to be a yellow card issued. Hard to see the number from here. You guys probably actually have a better view on your screen than I do.
It's a free kick for the Canes.
But the first yellow card, it looks like it's 9 perhaps.
Canes still fighting for that first goal. I think we may get it here.
Leave it for the Charger and never get a shot off.
He waited a little late.
And now the answer comes back from Talladega, and now they go on the run.
And then is a foot race.
5 white jerseys, 1 black jersey. Can't let them score here. And now everybody will slide back down. Numbers favoring the Hurricanes, and there you go.
And the Canes goalie gets it. Looks like the Canes are trying to attack here, going upfield. Moving the ball across the field. Talladega gets it back in possession. And they're still attacking.
It's a race to the ball. Harris
He saves
and
it.
Tavares back and forth, jostling for position. There's the cross. Coming up gingerly there is Merlette as he tries to head it to the corner and out of bounds, but Talladega regains possession. Long kick. Offsides will be the call.
Canes are trying to make it a hard deal for this second goal here. With 16:48 left in the first half, still plenty of time for the Canes to get on the board. Hurricanes still have it. And they're
Trying to get a little charge going out. He was trying to lead Marshall just to the wrong side, unfortunately, or a miscommunication on that one. If you're taking a look at the Hurricanes lineup and you're looking for the most firepower offensively, obviously the guys up front, and they, of course, lead in those statistical categories. But you got Alves, number 11, has 4 goals, leads the Hurricanes, 3 assists. They all came against Pensacola Christian. He's got 11 points on the year. Dylan Marshall, I just mentioned his name, second on the team with 3 goals. He has a couple of assists. Sayers not playing tonight. We're monitoring an injury on Jonathan. Elias has a goal. Moak has 1 goal. I mentioned he's got that potential. And Caleb Zolman, who is yet to check in for the Hurricanes, have scored this year. So those are some of the guys that you would expect, the guys up front, and they have delivered. And will be called upon here to try to at least get the equalizer, get us back all square at 1-1.
Pass it back to the goalie back there. Let's see if we can set up some sort of play to get the Canes 1 on the board. It's a long ball.
Marshall, the one thing he does have the ability to do is he can kind of use his body pretty well, especially if the referees are letting him be physical. Marshall could get physical, and he'll go ahead and kind of use his body to separate and get in between there when there's even 1, maybe even 2 defenders.
That he does.
So if the refs are letting him play, that's a good thing for Dylan.
Talladega's still possessing the ball. Canes are trying to get it back, and they will. Defense is doing a great job here at keeping it where they need to.
And we're excited to be able to offer you a 2-cam broadcast, 2-camera shoot this year. First year. Lots of improvements, actually, if you would take a look in our Surge Sports Network YouTube library. This is quite an upgrade from where we were at last year. Always trying to get bigger and better, and so far we hope you're enjoying the broadcast. We've got Gabrielle and Sarah running the cameras tonight, doing a good job, and then we've got Shabrika on the switchboard, and she's putting up all those wonderful graphics, and she's probably got the hardest job out of any of us here tonight, so surrounded by all the ladies doing a good job up here in the tower tonight, and thank them for their efforts.
Canes are trying to take it upfield. Shane Madre will try to take a kick at it, but the Talladega Knights get it back, and they're going upfield as we speak. Knight. Oh, still have it.
Should be fun at the halftime break. We'll see if we can get couple of the youngsters to come down to the field and showcase some of their soccer skills, and we'll kind of hybrid it with a little bit of the old-fashioned dizzy bat race. So we've got we did have to go to the dugout over at the baseball field, grab a bat, Pretty hard to get those youngsters dizzy, though, but maybe with all the slide work. Oh, breakaway opportunity here. Talladega. Pisano with the stop.
By GSW. Canes right there. Could have been a good second goal, but it's not. Canes will still keep it, and we're still fighting for the first goal.
Wow. Pisano, excellent play. Nothing between him and the net, and wide open.
Chris is trying to take it upfield the best that he can. He needs a little more help, and it'll be Talladega's ball.
So we'll bring out the youngsters again. A little dizzy bat race, little dribbling, little shooting skills competition, and we'll see. We'll try to keep that on the camera for you. Breakaway goal. Can Moak catch it? Not quite. Not quite. 12.5 before the break.
You know, I'm a little interested to see how these youngsters are going to spin around with a bat because I get really dizzy really quick. But this is a fun game. I can't wait to watch it. Talladega has possession. Moving up the field slowly but surely. Good defense by Chris. Canes booted up the field. See if it's like a toss-up here. Canes have it. And we're moving upfield. Dylan looks like he's trying to make some type of play for his team. And it'll go out on him. Here's a goal kick. Number 5 for Talladega will come in as we speak. His name is number 5.
For them? Okay.
Will come in for the Talladega College.
Folks, it does appear, at least on my phone, that the video feed coming in a little herky-jerky. I'm sorry about that. Not sure if we can. We don't want to go off the air, but at the same time, hopefully that can work itself out. Should be fine. It was good for the women's match.
Chris is fighting for his life out here, and I love the way GSW is putting on a good defensive end.
Well, number 5 comes in. I'm sorry about that. Didn't mean to cut you off. Number 5 comes in, but I don't have a 5 on the roster, so that's not going to help matters. So we cannot introduce you to whoever just entered the game for Talladega.
Canes are still trying to get that number 1 goal. Dylan has it. He's still going by himself. They are tackling him down there. No call is being made by the refs, but we're still going towards Talladega's side. Now that we've switched possession. Down line. And it'll go still with Talladega. They're going back to the defense to set it up. In the middle of the field. Good defense by the Canes. Talladega still has it, though. Talladega has it on their side of the field, trying to set up a good defense here. Excuse me, a good offense here. It's upfield. Talladega still has possession.
Uh-oh, another breakaway shot.
Here.
He's going to get over to his right foot, run out of real estate, however.
And the refs will say it is a goal kick, meaning it is out on Talladega.
That is a big man, and definitely with a size advantage, but you could tell he was, trying to get it so he could cock back that right leg and really let one fly. Did not want to take it off the left foot, and so GSW just pushes him out to the end line. It rolls, and the Hurricanes will get the ball back.
Looks like number 12 just got in the game, Caleb Zolman.
Oh, mentioned him earlier. Yep, he has 1 goal this season. You're right. Caleb Zolman checks in. In the match for the Hurricanes is number 12, Caleb Zolman.
Talladega still trying to get their second goal. They are not putting down the fight, but guess what? GSW Canes aren't either. We are still rocking for that first goal with 8:20 left in the first half. It'll be a free kick for GSW. Oh, he gets it right to Talladega.
Intercepted by Talladega. He's going to try to get it there. Shot thankfully stays on the ground and pretty much rolls right to Bazzano. An easy save that Francesco will gladly take.
GSW Canes have it. We're going upfield. Talladega gets it back. And down on the field.
Looks like we're going to have an injury timeout. Player down.
Can't see his number yet, but it looks like he's holding his ankle.
Well, hopefully he'll be all right. Okay, it looks somewhat encouraging. It's not a good sign, though, and maybe hopefully it's just because of how close he was, but the head coach, Coach John, he sprinted out to check on his injured player, and again, maybe it's just because he's a little closer to the sideline. Maybe he saw the injury and is really concerned, and we hope it's nothing serious, of course.
We'll take a short water break here, looks like. Both teams are still battling good and well. We are 7:29 away from halftime. A fun halftime for the youth here in Americus, Georgia. The score is still 1-0 with the Talladega College up. Nice cool breeze on a good Saturday night. Why not watch some soccer? The player is up and looks like he is off the field. We have a couple.
We'll pop up the graphic a little bit later on that. We've got one for you, but we'll get that a little later. Just wanted to let you know that the Hurricanes, a highly competitive Peach Belt Conference, and some of the big hitters, as expected, the perennial powerhouses are undefeated here in the early play, including Young Harris and Lander. They're actually the lone undefeated teams remaining in the Peach Belt Conference. But we'll give you a peek at that again a little bit later on. The Hurricanes at a 2-2-1 mark. They basically, GSW dropped the opener at Warner, tied at Weber, then went on a 2-game winning streak. Bruton Parker at home when the first match under the lights in program history, and then a 5-3 winner at Pensacola before the midweek loss. Tough one against Middle Georgia State, 2-1.
GSW defense kicks it back. And they're trying to keep possession, but I think Talladega may get it back, and they do. Trying to set it back up at the defense, on the defense. And GSW heads it back. Talladega has it. Going towards their side, down line. I think he might try to cross it in. Oh, he's trying to take it in himself. Good defense for the Georgia Southwestern Hurricanes. Talladega takes back possession.
Yet another whistle. Let's take a look at how we're doing here on the.
It will be, looks like Talladega's ball.
Don't forget, fans, to click that red subscribe button. We're really excited and happy to see that we are, and grateful. Thank you to the 500-plus subscribers that are now taking part on our YouTube channel, GSW Athletics, the home of the Surge Sports Network, the hub, if you will. Well over 500 subscribers. The good thing about being a subscriber, of course, it's free, but if you want to follow the Hurricanes at home when we broadcast, whether it's men's soccer, women's soccer, men's basketball, women's basketball, baseball, softball, even some men's and women's tennis in the spring, you don't have to set the alarm. You don't have to sit and wait. You don't have to, wait for us to give you an alert. Just subscribe, and if you choose, you can get an alert on your phone or mobile device to let you know that we have gone live. And in case there's a delay, like the other night we had a lightning delay. We had about a 30-minute delay before the start of kickoff of the late game, which was the women's game. So if you're a YouTube subscriber of our channel, you get the alert of when we go live, so you don't have to worry about it. I know some folks were concerned. They thought maybe something was wrong with our feed, and we were unable to convey to them, except through social media, that there was the lightning delay. So it's a good way to just, get that first alert and be notified of when we go live and when we're broadcasting. We'll be broadcasting men's soccer again coming up on Wednesday night. We'll tell you a little more about that later.
I absolutely love YouTube subscriptions. I would tell anybody to subscribe to GSW Soccer. These are great games to watch, guys. Looks like the Talladega men still have possession here. We're rolling on 5:37 left in the first half. 1-0. The Talladega men are up.
With this corner kick, the Tornadoes will now take a 3-2 lead in that category. Third corner shot for Talladega in the first half. If he can get past him. Ooh, if he can go. Here comes Avery closing in. Oh, a collision. Ouch.
Hard collision there for Chris. His body is taking a toll. And we're going back towards Talladega's side.
Wow.
Never seen one like that in real life before. Only on TV.
Wow. Avery, one of the, if not the fastest player on the team, was full speed, and I don't think he was trying to barrel into anybody. Who would want to kill their shoulder like that? But I think the player had stepped in front of him unintentionally. Obviously, who wants to take that impact? And there's a collision, a scary collision. All is fine, and there's, I think rightfully so, no yellow cards issued. It's just a whistle and a foul on Chris Avery. Pedro Chung waiting to check in for the Hurricanes at the next opportunity. He's got just over 4 minutes to get in, if he can get in the ball game here in just a moment.
Looks like they're giving Talladega a free kick here. GSW Canes defense is setting up pretty swell. And they'll take the kick.
Goes off the wall. And Bodka kicks it out.
GSW defense has it. They're trying to switch the field over here. If they can switch it fast enough.
Uh-oh, man on. Oh, man,
go.
almost a sloppy pass back to the keeper, but thankfully it's enough pace on it, not intercepted. Off we go. Now can the Hurricanes make something happen? Offense has been kind of hard to come by for Georgia Southwestern. Only 4 shots in the opening session, 2 of which have been on goal. Talladega with 6 shots, 5 on goal. 14 fouls have been whistled so far, 9 of which have been come against the Hurricanes.
Talladega switching their side of the field now, trying to get that second goal, but I don't think GSW Canes will let it happen. Not with this type of defense. Still trying to set up some type of play here for Talladega. And they booted up the field. GSW Canes get it back. And we're headed towards our side. Let's see if we can get a goal here. Oh, Talladega will boot it back on their side. The Canes are playing great defense. And the goalie gets it. Great save.
Let me see what it looks like with the filter on it real quick.
Canes have it going towards their goal.
Let me just see.
Talladega gets it back.
No.
We're still juggling.
We're kind of like in between. It's a little bright and gets washed out, but that was too dark.
That'll be going to the Canes.
Hurricanes will get their sub. Pedro's only got about 2 minutes to play before the break, but maybe he can come in and be a spark for the offense.
Pedro.
Checking into the match for the Hurricanes is number 13, Pedro Chung.
Pedro checking in for Chris here. No, Chris's body is tired. He gets a chance to get a little nice break.
Yeah, Chung gets a nice ovation from the crowd. The
He does.
Pedro fan club across the way.
Canes are trying to get that first goal steal, and it's Canes' ball.
Another Hurricane sub. Chewing up some time, though, only a minute and a half. And this is going to chew time up just getting him in the game.
It will. Dylan Marshall will come out for the Canes.
Checking
Number
in for the
22,
Hurricanes, number 22, Austin Martinez.
will come in.
There's one of the freshmen that I mentioned would see some action tonight as he comes here. Austin, you'll see probably a little bit more of him in the second half as well. We're approaching 1 minute. I'll be announcing it for the crowd, as I am obligated to do in just a moment.
And Talladega has it going towards the goal here. Let's see if they'll get
1 minute remaining in the half. 1 minute.
We have 1 minute remaining in the half. Canes get the ball back with a free throw in. See if they can get one in 47 seconds left in the half. Will the Canes get one goal? Highly possible.
Throw down to Moak. Good defense. Another throw in. Well, we'll just chip our way down to the end here. Still about a half a minute to go. We'll see if the Hurricanes can get one flurry here. Moak, can he get there in time? The cross way past the far post.
Cross is a little too far. I think Talladega's main focus is defense, just keeping this score.
And we'll count it down. That'll probably be the half. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
We'll call that a half, guys.
That'll do it for the first half. Talladega with the only goal so far in the match, 1-0 the lead. We'll set the clock up. We're ready, 15 minutes to go down, and we are looking for 3 volunteers to take part in our soccer obstacle race. We'll explain it to you more in just a second, but again, we need 3 youngsters. Maybe we can find 3 of our youth soccer players to participate. Hallie will get the field set up here in just a moment, and we'll explain the rules of our soccer obstacle course. Just one moment. So we're going to send it down to the halftime break. I'm going to play a little music. So, of course, YouTube doesn't like that. We're going to we'll mute it, and we'll be back in just a moment. First half in the books. Talladega clinging to a 1-0 lead. We'll be back in a few. Enjoy the view of our halftime entertainment. We'll talk to you soon.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Opportunity to me means doing the things that will make you a better future. I always dreamed of graduating from college. So being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed was paying off. Having an athletic scholarship for the University of Mount Olive was key for my success. I had the opportunity to not only get an education, but be able to develop as an individual.
Awesome. Thank you.
Canes have the ball right now. Still trying to get that first goal. I think we'll do it here in the second half. Different attitude. Same game. 10 times effort. And out on Talladega.
Looks like we've got primarily the same 11 except for Moak. He is was not in the starting lineup, but saw a lot of action in the first half. He's a new body in there, at least when you compare to the starting 11, as well as Rafael Faria. And just like that, the equalizer delivered. The Hurricanes have tied this one up at 1.
And the Canes come out with a new spirit. The score is now 1-1. Let's go Canes. Great offense. Did feel quite good for the Canes to get their first goal here. And the Talladega has it now, trying to get their second. The score is 1-1. Second half just started with 43 minutes and 25 seconds left. Plenty of time. Still have a whole game left. Looks like Caleb Zolman, number 12, will score the first goal
Georgia
for
Southwestern
GSW.
goal scored by number 12, Caleb Zolman.
What's that? Oh, I thought he was talking to me. So for Caleb Zolman, that's his second goal of the season and the second goal of his GSW career. So a good start for Zolman in his junior season with the Hurricanes. Zolman has tied this one up. Merlette with a great throw in. I think there was some discussion as to whether Moak got a flick in there to get it over to Zolman for the goal, but the Hurricanes quickly strike. And this match is all square. One apiece.
I love tied matches. Now both teams have equal chance of winning this game. It'll be a hard fight, and the Canes have it again.
Elias tries to leave it for Moak, just couldn't quite. Just a little too much ground to cover, and a good angle by the defense for Talladega.
By the Canes. Will he cross it in? Oh, Talladega saves it.
Nice header, but a good piece of defense by the keeper to kind of move and slide towards that corner of the goal. The header attempt by Austin Martinez.
Talladega has possession, trying to set up the field.
Martinez, freshman, as I mentioned earlier in the match, Palmetto, Florida. Pedro tries to get around the corner.
Can he get around it? And I don't think he will. It'll be a corner kick for Talladega right here. Corner kick for the Canes, sorry. Everybody get somebody is what I hear the coaches yelling. That's what you have to do here to get a goal in.
Yeah, there was a little bit of, the Talladega bench has been very vocal and supportive of their team, and there's nothing bad coming off that sideline or that particular bench, but you did notice that after that equalizer, of course, to be expected, the volume level has gone up a little bit. A little bit sense of urgency. There's a little more chatter coming now as Talladega realizes that they are not going to be able to sit on that goal lead, and this thing is all square. The header and the momentum obviously has shifted. Hurricanes now with another header strike. This one just goes over the crossbar, but the offense here in the early going has been all Georgia Southwestern in the start of the final 45.
I think it's a good deal to say now. It's a little heat in the air after the score has been tied 1-1. It's cool out here, but it's a little heated on the field now. We'll see if Talladega or the Canes can get their second goal in. Talladega has it, trying to get their second. Good defense by the Canes. Great defense by the Canes. Goalie
Ooh.
saves it. Nice
That was-
save.
And that was some excellent footwork by 20 down in the corner. He had Merlette slipping and sliding all over the place, and
Great.
good
great
defense.
footwork.
Obviously, JP not just, lying down. He pops right back up.
Yeah.
And then the flick was a good flick right there, and it forced Bazzano to have to go up high and grab it. So 20 has done well, and you feel like he's ready to strike at any time if he can just get the right breakaway, too. And 20 again for Talladega to let you know. Mateus Loriro, and I'm sorry if I said that wrong, Tavares, the last
Canes have
name
it. We're
there.
still going. And Talladega gets it back.
And Tavares now with the ball again for Talladega. The Tornadoes moving forward. Little foul here. Stoppage of play. Not the worst foul in the world, considering they're kind of slow things down a little bit. The last 2-3 minutes has been a good answer by Talladega offensively. They've kind of swung the ball back to their half of the field. So slow things up a little bit, a little foul there, and the Hurricanes can regroup. And
I think now each team has time to regroup, recollect, and just think about what do we need to do here in the game now to win. It'll be a free kick by Talladega.
that's a good kick, but it sails high.
High post goes over post, actually.
Just a little rise to that one. It actually started off looking really good and then just kind of kept a little rise ball as that one just lifted right over the crossbar.
It'll hit right at midfield, back and forth. Canes toss it back. Talladega gets it and settle it. They're striking. GSW gets it back. Talladega's aiming for a second goal here.
And good footwork again. This across has to bring his man back towards the top of the 18. Now he turns.
Canes get it back, trying to boot it up the field. They still have it. Still have it. And it's back to Pedro Chung. It'll be Pedro's ball right here as well. He's doing a nice job of playing forward. Pedro is a midfield junior from South Korea. It'll be Kane's ball. Talladega has it back here, booting up the field as we speak, and they're settling. Or not. It's hard to start playing around the middle of the field, so best bet will get it to the outside, but the wrong outside man was there, Pedro, for the Talladega men. Talladega's trying to get any inch up the field that they can. .36-12 left in the game. The score is 1-1, second half. Still an even chance for either team here.
Good give and go. Will Seven get there in time? Nope, Rugel's collapses on it. That was a nice flick. I thought might have led to something. Good job by Rugel on the defensive end for the Hurricanes.
Nice body work by Rugel. I love to see athletes put their bodies in between the ball and the other player. Talladega will take possession, still trying to get that second goal.
Tavares again. He's got to get through two bodies, maybe even three. This pass will get picked off on the hop by Bazzano. Stats very even, as one would expect in a 1-1 game. Shots favor Talladega 9-7. Of the 9, 7 have been on goal for the Tornadoes. Of GSW's 7, 4 have been on goal. Bazzano with 6 saves for GSW. Corners are all square at 3 apiece. Talladega's been whistled for the offsides. Fouls, GSW 11-5. They've been whistled for 6 more fouls, but a couple of yellow cards for Talladega, only 1 for the Hurricanes.
Talladega just switched the field here, still trying to get the second goal, and they may have it this chance. We'll see. Oh, the Canes get it back. Booting up the field. Talladega takes back possession. Defense on the Canes is doing a pretty good job of keeping the ball away from the goal. Game's still going. Nice physical game going.
Oh. They're going to stop the clock, and they're going to get a yellow card.
Yellow
card on Bodka. Well, thankfully it's just outside, so there won't be the penalty kick, but a real good look. Now the Hurricanes, of course, will have the wall set up, but this is interesting. We'll see probably one of the, well, definitely the closest kickoff at the foul, free kick that I've seen so far this season. They are just outside. That have been in trouble.
Canes are trying to get that wall at least 15.
The first goal, for those of you that didn't see it earlier and haven't noticed on the live stats, the first goal of the match was a Talladega penalty kick, and now they're going to have a chance if they could get another goal. It's just 2 scores, and the Hurricanes don't even have a chance to really play defense here. They got the wall set up. The whistle's been blown. Let's see what happens. They try to go through the wall. No avail. The rebound kicked out of play and over the net. So crisis averted for the Hurricanes. Substitutions now for Georgia Southwestern.
It'll be number 11 and number 16 coming in. Matthias Alves and Manuel Duran.
Checking back into the match for the Hurricanes is number 16, Manuel Duran, and number 11, Matthias Alves. Oh, good ball. Bazzano there in time.
The goalie on the Canes. The defense by the Canes the whole game has been on point, if I may say so myself. Talladega's been coming strong with the offense, but the Canes are definitely sticking in there.
Well, Alves just gets the Hurricanes' leading scorer. Just got a nice 12-minute break to open up the start of the second half. A little bit of fresh legs. Perhaps he could break free here. Still early going of the final 45. Another foul whistled, and this one will actually be on Talladega.
Pedro's down, but it looks like he's getting right back up. Just a little hit. Soccer is so aggressive and physical, especially this game tonight.
Let's see what Coach Jean says. He's predicting a long kick here from the Hurricanes off this one, from off the foot of Elias. Is he right? I wouldn't call that a long kick. This one goes to Chung.
Chung gets it taken away by Talladega's.
Maybe it was reverse psychology. Maybe that's what he wanted, was the short kick.
Exactly what he wanted. Talladega will get it back. Going on the right side of the field here towards the middle. The main focus is to get the ball out wide every time. Sometimes it doesn't happen like that. Good defense still by the Canes here.
Hurricanes battling a bit of the injury bug here in the early going, and it could prove to be a couple of costly losses. We hope that these aren't season-ending injuries, but you'll notice those that follow the Hurricanes, key defender Mohamed Balde is out with an injury tonight, and Jonathan Sayers, big body on the outside, number 7, has a goal this season. And no Sayers, no Balde. Two of the typical starting 11 out with injuries. Hopefully not long term, but very possible based on some of the reports I've heard. So keep an eye on that one. And they'll get the handball after the call from Talladega, the uproar. So want to give a warm greeting. We do have subscriber number 505. Thank you to Miss Martinez, who is now on board with the Hurricanes. Hopefully she'll stick around and follow us the rest of the way. And, again, take advantage of those notifications when we go live. So click that red subscribe button. This is the hub for the Surge Sports Network.
Talladega and the GSW Canes are doing a great job of sticking in the game, staying focused and consistent with their drive to get another goal. Still 1-1 with 30 minutes, and 22 seconds left in the second half. Plenty of time for each team to get another goal and to take home the W. Looks like we have some people checking in or getting ready to down here. Game still going. Number 12, Caleb Zolman Jr. down there playing some aggressive, tough offense and defense. Number 20, Chris Avery will come in for the GSW Canes, as well as number 10, Samson Matilis from Haiti for the Talladega men.
Substitutions for both teams. Checking in for the Hurricanes. Back in the match, number 20, Chris Avery. For Talladega, it's number 10, Samson Metellus.
Talladega's defense will try to get it on their side here, which they do, but it goes straight to the goalie. Nice save. Talladega's offense is on point. GSW has a strong back defense back here, ensuring that nothing gets near the net.
Hopefully it's just my internet connection. My phone's video is coming up a little choppy on this one, so if you're following at home and it is coming up choppy on your computer a little bit hiccupy, I apologize. We're dealing with a wireless signal out here, and I'm sure well beyond my IT knowledge, but the bandwidth or the processing of our video here as we're trying to bring it to you in HD could be causing a little bit of hiccups. But I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that it's just my poor wireless connection here. But our whole operation out here is coming to you via the Wi-Fi network, and it's just even more room for bandwidth errors. But hopefully you're seeing everything okay at home.
Trying to take the ball away, and it'll be out on Talladega. Chris is doing a nice job. He just got back in the game with fresh legs, trying to see if he can get his team another goal here.
Not a whole lot we could do either on that one unless we completely shut the stream down and start it back up. And we don't want to lose you, so just hang with us. It looks like you can at least follow along as best as possible. It looked okay on my laptop earlier, just my phone was coming in choppy. Hang with us, folks. This is an exciting one. Just over 27 minutes left in regulation.
Ooh, that's a hard push right there by the Talladega men. Number 7, Valius. Looks like GSW will take a free kick from a little, like 10 feet outside of the box. It's a short kick to Avery. Nice save by the goalie. Good shot on goal by Avery there. Talladega has it. Trying to get their second goal steal. Nice physical defense by the Canes. Talladega's getting closer to the goal here. Nice footwork, and it'll be over. Nice job by the Canes on defense there. Score still 1-1 here in your second half with a little less than 26 minutes left on the clock. Looks like a still even game here for the Canes as well as the Talladega men. Canes gets back in the safe zone. Talladega has it, trying to get it on the opposite side of the field. Nice job by the Talladega men. Good try by the Canes here. Talladega has it with a throw in. Everybody's battling for that second goal. Talladega's working their move up the field. Heading towards the middle, back out to the outside. And he'll take a shot at goal, but it will not go. That'll be out on Talladega. GSW Canes get the ball back. Looks like number 9 is back in the game for the GSW Canes. That'll be Dylan Marshall.
The Hurricanes is number 9, Dylan Marshall.
Dylan's back with fresh legs in the game. Talladega's fighting for that second. They're not giving up, and the Canes are not giving up as well. Thank you. Talladega's fighting for that second one. The natural give and go does not work. Canes kick it out, and it will be Talladega ball. The next home game for the men's GSW soccer team will be against Spring Hill College here, same place, at 7 o'clock p.m. September 19th, guys. That is September 19th. Looks like we have one player down on Talladega's team. Trainers are heading to him now. Can't really tell what number it is. As they help that player, guys, I just announced that the next game for the GSW men's soccer team will be against Spring Hill College at 7 o'clock p.m. here, same place, September the 19th. And next they'll have Clayton State in Clayton. Both teams still have a very nice chance to get where they need to be. 23:09 is left on the clock. Looks like it is number 20 on Talladega's team. He goes by the name of Matthias Taveras. He'll be getting walked off the field as we speak. We have subs checking in now.
Is that a new sub?
Looks like number 8 on GSW's team is getting ready to come in. Shane Madre will come in for GSW. And number 21,
Substitution for
Renan
both teams.
Dennis.
The Hurricanes, number 10, Tiago Elias, and number 8, Shane Madre. For Talladega, checking in is number 21, Renan Matthias Dennis.
GSW's taking the ball downfield. Chris Avery looks like he still has it. Go, Chris. He's going down the field. That's not a foul. GSW still in it to win it. Talladega will drop it off to the next player on the wing. Ball doesn't go far. They're still aiming for that second goal here in the second half with 22 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Big strong man, number 12. He had the space to finally unlock and unload that big kick, and defensive line taking the brunt of that one is a big kick by Cohen. I mentioned Cohen is the tied for the team lead, 3 goals this season.
That'll be a handball, looks like, on the Canes. He was down but had no choice but to touch it with his hands there.
Kind of fall.
They'll give it to the Talladega men here. We'll see.
Yeah, kind of fell on the ball. Well, deja vu. Let's see if we can get the Hurricanes can get another good result from this one. This is very close to where the one was just about, I don't even want to ballpark it, a few minutes ago. 5-10 minutes ago, we took a spot. Talladega had a shot from a very similar location. It went off the wall. They went through tried to go through the wall. I don't know if they tried to, but that's where the kick went. This one a little bit closer to the Talladega sideline and perhaps a yard or two out farther than the last one. Here comes the kick. This one, the wall again gets a piece of it. Good job. Now it'll be a race to the loose ball. Block. Hurricane defense holding ground so far.
I tell you that.
And now they'll break through and try to counterattack here, but the number's not in their favor.
Canes are going
Got
down.
a trailer, however, but no chance to get it to Avery.
The fans are upset over there. Man down for the Talladega men.
Well, it didn't quite work out. You had the trailer, you had Avery here on the near side in a dead sprint. It just didn't work out where they could collect the ball and try to give them a feed on the run. And so after a foul, ball back to Talladega. Just over 20 minutes to play in the second half.
Talladega's about to get ready and take their free kick here.
Crowd getting a little vocal as this one went on, and folks have kind of trickled in from where the water slides were located to now to start to fill in some of the bleachers across the way and get a good seat for what's looking to be a pretty exciting finish. All deadlocked at 1 here.
Possession keeps going back and forth, but Talladega's finally settling it, and it looks like they still have it going down. GSW will get it back. Chris Avery has it going towards his side of the goal.
Nice pass right down the middle. Hurricanes got a little force. Flicking it to Marshall. Back to the middle. Loose ball. Knocked out. It'll be a corner kick for the Hurricanes.
Dylan makes his way up to the top fast as he can. Didn't even know he came from all the way to the other side of the field. It'll be a corner kick for the Canes. If everybody plays their position here, the Canes might have a chance.
Alves runs towards the corner. The ball will come out to Harris. Lofting ball in. Right to the keeper. Loose ball by Rugal.
Oh, and it won't be a goal there. So
Well,
close.
That would have been a heck of a play. The ball, a yellow card has been issued to Talladega.
I think the intensity level has definitely went up a little higher since the second half has started of the game. We have 18-12 left.
That would have been a heck of a play by Rugal. I mean, the ball, he was in great position, but the ball bouncing, caroming off of the keeper's chest, and it's a bang-bang play. Rugal did a good job just to try to get his head on it. If he would have been able to knock that bang-bang bounce follow-up in, quite a heck of a goal. But nonetheless, does not happen. We're tied at 1 yet. But it got the crowd up on in a bit of an uproar. So now there's definitely some juice on the Hurricanes.
Canes are still going.
Bleachers.
Trying at their second goal here. He takes him for a runaround. Talladega gets the possession back. They still have possession here. He might do the give and go if he gets back.
Nice pressure by the GSW defense to get the ball back. How long will they keep it? Not long. Talladega takes it back.
Talladega's trying to set up for another goal here.
Uh-oh.
And they
Ooh, get it out of there.
Canes have to get it out soon.
That's
And
a
they
good
do.
header out to Avery.
Dylan's trying so hard to play defense up here and help Chris out. Wasn't able to quite get a goal there. They are still on Talladega's side of the field again. Slight pulling of the jerseys there. Ooh, nice little toss.
Come on, get past him. Nope. No.
Dylan boots it out. Players are tired. I see a lot of players out here kneeling. It's getting to the crunch time of the game. A little over 15 minutes still, 15 and a half minutes. Talladega looks like they have a free kick here.
Well, that one on Marshall, so
They'll try to switch the field. Thank you. Out on Talladega, sorry guys. The White Canes will get it back. Checking in the game now is number 19, Devin Moak.
Hurricane substitution. Checking back into the match for GSW number 19, Devin Moak.
Dylan comes out of the game. Kind of mad there. Talladega takes possession. Each team is still fighting for their second goal. 14-14 on the clock. That'll be out on the Canes. Talladega gets possession. Looks like a throw in here. Nice defense by the Canes.
Uh-oh. Trying to turn. Now he'll drop it off. Back header, nice header away.
By the Canes defense is on point tonight. Still some hard defense going on. Chris Avery's on the ground, just gets up, and I think they give possession to the Talladega men here. Nice free kick. Looks like
Avery
our
gets
third free kick of the game.
I get whistled for the foul, and this one, again, we're creeping out just a little farther from the last one that came about 10 minutes ago. So 3 from off of fouls this half for Talladega. This the farthest of the 3 free kicks now coming up. The wall a little bit smaller. Got to take into account trying to get it in there, hooking, and wide left. So thankfully no damage off yet the third attempt from similar range for Talladega. Another bullet dodge, just over 12 minutes, 12 and a half to go. Could be destined for extra time. We'll see how it goes. GSW.
Chris takes
Pretty good
off
feed
at
into
the ball.
Avery. Now he'll bring it back. Elvis sliding. Can't
Man, that'll
control it.
Up in the top right corner, but goes a little over. I think Talladega is very thankful for that. Canes are still trying to get their second goal as well as Talladega men. It's been a good fight so far with 11:55 left in the game.
Somebody's running for the ball. Somebody's going to run to get the ball. Let's go.
This will be the 6th corner kick of the match for the Hurricanes. They lead, have now doubled up Talladega in that category.
Talladega is going towards the goal again here.
Over Bassano, no! What a shot!
Talladega men.
Huge celebration on the sidelines as Cohen shows his strength and his leg, his power, timing, and why he just put in his 4th goal of the season. That one hurts, folks. 11 and a half to go, and now a 2-1 deficit that Georgia Southwestern will have to overcome. Heck of a shot. Way to see the opportunity by Cohen and way to convert and make it, giving his Tornadoes the lead once again. Talladega goal scored by number 12. Insomnia Cohen.
Insomnia Cohen, number 12, puts it right over the goalie's head.
Well,
that was a tough one right there.
Cohen had to temporarily surrender the team lead, or at least move into a tie, when the first goal of the match was scored, but now he jumps back out in the lead. 4th goal of the season, team leading 4th goal of the season for Cohen.
Cohen is from Jamaica.
And now it's just hold on time for the Tornadoes as they'll try to milk the final 11 minutes off the clock. GSW.
Canes still have 10:45 to get a good tie going here, and I think they can do it. Somebody tried to take a little shot on goal, looks like.
Well, what do we got brewing here? We'll check on this.
I'm so lost. Looks like a wall is getting set up by Talladega. And it'll be the Canes ball. Canes ball, indirect kick. Nice wall being set up by Talladega. They look a little lost, though. Can the Canes get a second shot in right here?
Tick, 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 tick. Time running under 10 now. They're moving the guys back. So the Hurricanes with an indirect kick, for those of you that don't know, many probably know it way better than me, but the Hurricanes stop the clock. We're going to stop the clock as a yellow card has been issued. Probably something to do with either the talking that's going on or just the fact that this play has taken almost a minute to form and perhaps a delay of game or something along those lines, but a yellow card has been issued to Talladega. So a Georgia Southwestern player cannot just kick the ball into the goal here. There has to be a touch first before a second touch can be then put on goal. So cannot score directly off of getting it over the wall, around the wall. Here we go. There's the feed, the kick.
Ooh, that was so close there. So close. Looks like Dylan is getting ready to get back in the game.
Substitution here for the Hurricanes. One final push. Offensively, they bring in the number 2 scorer on the team. Checking in for the Hurricanes is number 9, Dylan Marshall. Marshall comes in. Zay Harris will step out momentarily, and another corner kick for the Hurricanes.
Another corner kick here.
Try to do the old give and go back to the middle. There was a wall, sea of black jerseys. High ball right to the keeper.
Right.
Easy play for him to make there and wait for that one to get to his midsection.
Canes will get it back. Let's see if Chris can make something happen right here. Talladega has possession. That'll be Canes' ball. Still trying to get that second goal here with 8 minutes left in this second half.
Nice long throw down there. It'll be headed out. Merlet. When it's down along the near the corner, Merlet can get it almost into the 6-yard box when he throws it. Good toss there. Gives him a chance.
He has a second chance if he wants it, but Talladega gets the ball, and they kicked it out on the other half of the field. GSW's defense is there to recover, and they'll switch the field up here. Back to defense. Back up. And that'll be Talladega ball. Trying to get the ball back to score their second goal. We'll see if the Canes can do it right here with 6 minutes and 47 seconds left in the game. They're switching the field up. Shifting of the field is taking place. The Canes
mentioned earlier, we'll get a look at the standings, and here in the early going Peach Belt Conference. Next time there's kind of a somewhat slow stoppage in play or a delay of some sort, we'll pull up the Peach Belt standings for you in just a moment.
It'll be Canes' ball. Is this another corner kick? I think it is. And
we'll come back to that. You can come back.
Right,
this kick is up in the air. The header.
And it won't go in. Dylan tried so hard to get up there in the air, but Talladega.
If you didn't quite catch the glimpse of that one, the header just went down into the ground. Slowly one-hopped right back up to the keeper as we were trying to get that to you. We'll come back to that.
Canes have possession. He crosses it over to Chris, but it's too far. It'll be Talladega's ball.
We'll bring that up now. Substitution here, a good chance to take a look at the standings, as I was mentioning. I mentioned earlier, Young Harris and Lander, the lone undefeated teams left in the conference, 5-0, 4-0, perennial powers. North Georgia's at 2-1-1. There are the Hurricanes. They slipped a little bit after that loss into Middle Georgia in the standings, but we're not even into conference play yet. USC Aiken, Clayton State, Flagler, Francis Marion all with just one win, sitting on one win. Clayton State has a draw to throw in there as well. And that's a look at your Peach Belt Conference standings here in the early going as we're just nearing the start of conference play.
Good headers. It'll be out on Talladega. The Canes will get it back. Number 2 will throw it in for us again. J.P. Merlette. See if J.P. can get it where he needs it, and Dylan will take the ball.
Marshall with the cross. Too far. Little header back to Mo. Can he get there? It'll be Avery with the flick high and up over the crossbar.
Too high above the post. Almost. Still 4 minutes and 28 seconds left, though. They can get a goal in here.
Our final slide of the night will be coming up for you here shortly. Not quite yet. We'll wait till there's a break in the action, but we'll take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Hurricanes moving forward here, as they've enjoyed a little home cooking, but we'll save that for perhaps another substitution here. It probably won't come from Talladega, because that will lead to a stoppage of play if it's just a straight Talladega substitution now under 4 minutes. And with the lead, we will get a stoppage regardless, as the referee's waiting for them to put the ball down and play and doesn't want to let the Tornadoes chew up any more time.
It will be Talladega's ball. Something's happening.
Another stoppage of clock. That'll give us a chance to take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Hurricanes. Looking ahead, they're finishing up a 3-match home streak, or some home cooking with Spring Hill. As I mentioned, that's on Wednesday night. Then it's on the road for 3 in a row. Peach Belt Conference play starts with a Point University trip mixed in. That's the Young Harris, and then it comes back for a few to open up October. Shaw University, a new opponent for the Hurricanes. They've never played Shaw before. That'll be an afternoon game, the only afternoon game played by the Hurricanes here this season now, with the lights at the field. Rounding out those next 6 will be Aiken as we resume back to Peach Belt Conference play. So that's a look at the upcoming schedule for Georgia Southwestern. Again, this is the second of 3 in a row that they've got to play here at home over the last week.
Dylan's trying his
That'll be a foul on
hardest.
Yep, foul on Marshall with push in the back.
If Dylan gets too many, I think they might pull a red card on him soon. Hopefully not. That'll be a bad idea for the Canes.
And they will, in fact, stop the clock with 3:03 to play. Injured player down for Talladega. Marshall's got to be careful. I believe he's already got a yellow. We do not need to lose him for the Spring Hill match, and that's what awaits him if he gets a second yellow in the match. That'll bring out the red, in which case, for those of you that are
That'll be a nice boot for
not quite aware.
Talladega across the field. Will GSW? Yes, they will get it back. And Talladega receives possession. GSW gets it back. And they're taking it across the field. Can he switch it? He will. Chris Avery will receive the ball.
Avery gets around one man, gets around a second. Now we'll bring it to the middle. Moak turns. Man right there. Foul called. Hurricanes got to hurry. 2.5 to go.
It's a little tussling going down on the field. If the boys will recollect themselves and focus on the idea of the game, we'll see who will win it. Canes get a free kick here. Penalty kick.
Time ticking. Tick, 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 tick. 2 minutes to go. They'll stop the clock.
There's a man down on Talladega. This is a close game here. They stopped the clock at 2:06 left in the second half.
Well, we hope everything's okay, of course. You don't even want one of these injuries to be serious, of course. But Dang, I mean, this is like the 5th or 6th stoppage of play due to a Talladega player having to be taken off the field here tonight.
I think it's the same number 20 that came off last time by the name of Matthias Luredo Taveras.
Walking gingerly, though, however, this time. Kind of a delayed call. They didn't see, I want to say that's Tavares. Didn't see him down on the turf right away. They were still in the melee trying to get everything set up for this kick. And finally, coach is like, wait a second, I got a man down. Hold on a second. That's Tavares, in fact, over there. They make the sub. They've got the wall set, 2:06 on the game clock. And here go the Hurricanes. Lots of discussion, confusion, talking. The chess match continues as these guys are getting squared away on who's going to be where.
Looks like number 11, Matthias Alves, will take the kick, and it'll be too far right. There's still 1 minute and 58 seconds.
I think the Hurricane fans thought something that he had got it inside the top right corner, but in fact, no, not the case. That one sailed just outside the right post, and to the back net it went. Well, you got 1, maybe 2 pushes left, and that's it. And it'll only take 1.
Talladega has the
that
ball
chewed up
right
a good
now.
chunk of time right there. Hurricanes desperately need the ball back, and there'll be a late whistle there.
It'll be Canes' ball
Just
here.
approaching, a minute to go.
1 minute and 13 seconds to be exact. Canes will boot it out.
1 minute remaining in second half. 1 minute.
Foul on the Canes. 44 seconds left in the game. Can they get one more in before the time is up? Cohen will take a free kick for the Talladega men's team here.
Going to be rough. Could they get it right here? This is about the only chance as we get under 20 to go. A lot of ground to cover here in just a few seconds. This one could be in the books as we do the final countdown. 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Well, Talladega almost made it a 3-1 score, but that one sails over the crossbar and will end it here. The Hurricanes suffer their second straight defeat. Talladega gets the win. With the win, the Tornadoes improve their record to 3-1. 3-1 for Talladega. Georgia Southwestern falls to 2-3-1. Well, it was an exciting match. We'll send it off to the crowd and do a real quick wrap-up when we return here on the postgame. Just a quick look at the stats. We'll be back momentarily as we first will address the crowd here at Hurricane Field. Hang with us, folks. We'll be back in a moment. 2-1, your final score.
That'll do it for tonight's matchup. Talladega holds out to get the 2-1 win here. Exciting match at Hurricane Field. Thanks for being a part of it. Thanks again for those of our youth soccer players that took in tonight's action. The group from Sly County Recreation Department, as well as I believe the Arsenal team that was in the house. Thanks for coming out. Hope you enjoyed the water slides and the exciting soccer action. GSW concludes their 3-match homestand on Wednesday. Only one match Wednesday night. It'll be the guys going up against Spring Hill College again. That'll be coming up on Wednesday night at 7 p.m. You can get your full recap, all kinds of information, stats. Follow the Hurricanes online. The website, gswcanes.com. gswcanes.com. And again, don't forget you can follow us on social media for all the good follow-up and inside action. If you are on Twitter or YouTube, That's the hub for our broadcasts on the Surge Sports Network. YouTube and Twitter users can find us at GSW Athletics. GSW Athletics. If you are a Facebook or Instagram user, it's slightly different. GSW Hurricanes. GSW Hurricanes on Facebook and Instagram. Have a great rest of the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for being out tonight. Wherever you may be heading, please get there safely, and we hope to see you back here on Wednesday night, 7 o'clock kickoff time, Spring Hill and Georgia Southwestern.
Well, not much more to add to what has already been said. The Hurricanes suffer their second straight defeat at home. Not a good start to this three-match homestand. 2-1 the final in this one. Second half goal by Talladega wrapped it up and gave the Tornadoes their third win of the season. 3-1, again, the mark for a real talented Talladega College team. Georgia Southwestern with the loss, as I mentioned at the conclusion of the game. 2-3-1 overall now in this one. Quick peek at the final stats of what we got off the live stats feed. Let's take a look at that before we sign off. Talladega with a 17-15, a slim two-shot advantage over Georgia Southwestern. Shots on goal, though, however, much more accurate for the Tornadoes. They doubled up the Hurricanes with shots on goal, 12-6. The tally in that category. Bazzano was forced to make 10 saves. He did allow the two to get by, one of them being a penalty kick. Corner kicks favored the Hurricanes 7-3 in this one. Offsides, a couple of whistled against Talladega in this one. Fouls, Georgia Southwestern 18 committed in the contest, only 9 whistled against Talladega. However, 3 yellow cards for the Tornadoes, 4 for the Hurricanes. Reyes will get the win between the pipes for Talladega as he made the 4 saves. Bazzano unfortunately makes 8 saves but takes a loss in this one. 2 team saves, I guess, because I said the tally was 10. Bazzano gets credit for 8 of those saves. First goal of the match came from Mateus Severino off a penalty kick early in this one, the 11th minute of the match. Severino puts Talladega ahead 1-0. Early in the second half, they come out of the break. Coach Russ circles the wagons, and the Hurricanes quickly tie things up. 47th minute, 46-13, exactly the time into the match overall, when Caleb Zolman, off a nice assist from J.P. Merlette, Zolman gets his second goal of the season. Hurricanes tied the game at 1 apiece. Talladega, however, felt like he would be due. He was the leading scorer, as I mentioned throughout the broadcast, for the Tornadoes, and he ups his team leading tally to 4. It's Isamnia Cohen, and again, Isomnia, I apologize if I got that name wrong, but Mr. Cohen gets his 4th goal of the season, and it's the game winner. Gets an assist from Renan Denise. That goal came at 78-32 in the match. So late in that one, it was a long ball that was over. Bazzano caught everybody off guard. He shot it from just inside the midfield circle and just sailed it over Bazzano, who was well up in the box, and it got over his outstretched arms, and everybody just had to sit and take about a second or two and watch it easily bounce inside the net and for a goal, the second of the game, and that's all they needed. Talladega holds on down the stretch, 2-1. Again, the final score. Georgia Southwestern will conclude their 3-match homestand on Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, your start time from right here under the lights in Americus, Georgia at Hurricane Field. We sure do appreciate you taking the time to spend a little of your precious time watching some non-conference men's soccer action. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast on the Surge Sports Network. We'll do it all again. We'll get on the air just a few minutes before kickoff on Wednesday evening. And again, if you don't want to remember, but you'd like to watch the action, do like Miss Martinez did tonight. Subscribe to our channel. Thanks a lot. We appreciate it. We're all over 500 subscribers now. And you can choose to get alerts. So whenever we go live, boom, there you go. You'll know exactly when that's going to happen, but I can tell you this, it'll be a few minutes before kickoff. Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, start time against Spring Hill. That'll do it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, ladies and gentlemen. 2-1 your final. Talladega College gets the win on the road against Georgia Southwestern. You've been watching GSW Men's Soccer right here on the Surge Sports.